When I originally wrote and recorded the script, I was still very sick, and I do have the original audio file, but I'm not going to share it because you'll be able to hear how awful my voice really was on the next Toontown video that is on the way. It's been about 3 weeks now, and I am finally back to normal with just a small cough here and there, but I am back on my feet and I'm doing everything in my power to get back on track. Speaking of getting back on track, I'm about to start a mini semester for college on January 6th until the 16th. My scholarship doesn't cover mini semesters, so if you are someone who has money to spare and some art you'd like to have made specifically for you, my commissions are open on my Ko-Fi. So please consider helping me out if you can. If you don't want a commission, I do have a donation section that is just a one-time donation of any price that you want. You could literally donate $1. It's happened before, and it's, even though I only get like 80 cents, it is possible. However you can help me is always appreciated, and I do everything in my power to make sure you get your money's worth. But not enough of me asking for help, you're here for the CaseOh Magical Girl art, and I'd say let's get to it, but I have a quick announcement to make first. If you want to skip this very important announcement, I do have chapters on for once, so just skip to the art if you want to. Before we truly get into the video, I want to go over a few things. First, thank you to everyone wishing me good health, and thank you all for watching my content even while I've been under the weather. That is genuinely so awesome, and it means the world to me. In other news, I had originally planned on doing this current video and having it released on December 14th. Then I had a dark commentary video ready for December 28th. Then I would release a special video on January 1st while I was secretly taking a personal hiatus from YouTube just to rest before I do my mini semester of college during the winter break. Obviously, this was before I got sick, so now this schedule is completely off and I probably won't be able to stick to that schedule at all. So, starting in January, there may be some back-to-back videos until I work out this kink, but it shouldn't be too crazy. There is also the matter of the 4,000 subscriber milestone that we hit recently. I just want you all to know that seeing that number is like a dream come true, and I hope to only see it grow from here. And thank you all who helped the channel get to that point. With this in mind, I do have plans for a 4,000 subscriber event, and I planned on doing it and announcing it in this video, but again, I got sick. So I don't know when it's going to happen, but have faith in knowing that it will happen at some point soon. Finally, I have been doing more streams lately, and part of this new rebrand that I've been doing is introducing gaming onto the channel. I want this channel to be art discussion and creations, commentary, and gaming rather than just art. It allows me to do more of what I love and to share more content to you all. So a Minecraft series is on the way. Drop your favorite mods and shaders in the comments, and more live streams on Twitch will be happening, so be sure to check out my Twitch as well, link in the description. I also just got an actual gaming laptop, so I will be able to do other games as well, one of which is Finding Frankie, for all the doubters in my last video, so be prepared for that. Now then, that was a lot, so without further ado, let's get right into the video. I've been watching CaseOh for a little while now, and if I don't catch a stream, I watch the VOD on YouTube later as background noise, and of course I never skip a CaseOh clip compilation when I see one. That being said, I've seen a lot of fan art and creators drawing Case, and there was that one viral video of someone drawing him as a cowboy, and I thought, you know, this looks really fun, and I've always wanted to try my hand at a magical girl, or precure character, so why not draw CaseOh as a magical girl? And I have to say, this is some of the most fun I've had whenever I've been drawing. I remembered that I have free will to draw whatever I want, and so I ran with that. To start off with this challenge, I collected reference photos of blue-themed magical girls. I only know the one from Glitter Force, I forgot the precure name of the anime, and the rest I just liked their designs. Then I gathered my CaseOh pictures, and that meant now it was time to find a pose. Of course, I wasn't focused on a dynamic piece at first. I just wanted to get the design and rendering down since I am still discovering how I want to render my art. So I just went with this salute that Case does a lot, and I thought it fit the vibe well enough for the time being. The design was based entirely off of his iconic blue hoodie, but I didn't want to do the pants and hoodie since it just didn't feel precure enough, so I turned the hoodie into a moo with ruffles underneath it. I also kept his headphones since they had this you know how anime characters from the 90s and 2000s will have some random accessory that doesn't make any practical sense, but it makes sense in terms of personality and gimmicks? That's what the headphones are, and it's just part of who Case is. But that part of the design is very minimal compared to Case himself. No, I'm kidding. Compared to the rest of the design choices I made. In this original drawing, I gave him those little wing things on his head and a bow in his beard. Lots of ribbons hanging from the beard bow and the waist bow, along with the two on the boots. I considered making this design more detailed and intricate, but I feel like precure designs reflect the user, and Case doesn't seem to be the maximalist type, given by the house design in his hardcore Minecraft series, and also his Sims series. I also made sure to keep a blue theme the whole way through with only a few accents of white and yellow, just to even out the cool with some warmth. The yellow was also justified more so when I added a little waffle purse to reference the Waffle House image. I didn't think about it until after I completed all of this art that I should have added a kitty in here somewhere. I think she could work as like, I'm not sure what they're called, but you know, almost like a Kwami? She could be a little flying magical kitty thing that helps Case in battle like Luna from Sailor Moon. I've never seen Sailor Moon, please don't attack me for being wrong if I am. Anyways, there wasn't really much else to go over with this design, so now I had to move on to the main goal of this video, making a legitimate piece. Starting with the pose, I wanted a very light and magical feeling pose, which was something that didn't take too long to figure out once I did a quick Pinterest search. And yeah, I used a pose reference image and I found it on Pinterest. Sue me. I don't draw anime stuff or magical girls at all for the matter, so figuring out how this pose was going to work required a bit more research and heavy reference. I ended up settling on this one image that had the right vibe, and then we ran. From then on, the actual process of this piece didn't take very long. I just happened to contract the flu halfway through it. But anyways, in this version, I added gloves which I think tied the entire design together, even if there is a lot of white going on. But I personally really like it and I think it looks great. I am also trying to teach myself that less is more by toning down the fabric shading, so I stuck with gradients and a very minimal, heavy shadows, just so my art doesn't get so muddy whenever I render it. I plan on doing some rendering studies and practice to figure this out for myself, because I just do too much when I start shading and I never like how it looks. But until then, this is what we got and I think it's great for now. The hardest part of this piece wasn't even the pose or the coloring or the rendering. It was deciding how I wanted to envelop him in the atmosphere. I wanted a very anime, glossy, magical vibe, so before I rendered, I started with a little gradient background and then I added a linear light layer on top of the line art and flat colors, so when I started rendering, everything would be immersed and all of that would be left in the end would just be the lighting effects. And that is exactly what happened, which it honestly wasn't that hard, but it took more effort messing around with the lighting than anything else. But in the end, it still turned out great, so I'm not complaining. And that is all I have for my CaseOh Magical Girl. I originally planned on doing much more art for this video, but ultimately being sick won, and I wasn't about to push this video back another week, so this is all we got. In the meantime, let me know your thoughts on this design, if there are any other challenges I can draw CaseOh in, if there are other YouTubers or streamers you'd like to see as magical girls, or whatever, just let me know. I'm always willing to hear your ideas and consider them for videos. Otherwise, comment your thoughts, or tell me what you got for Christmas if you celebrate it, and if you don't, just comment your favorite anime. Be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and share this video. Also, while you're here, consider checking out my Ko-Fi, the link is in the description. I am a college student and I have open commissions, so if you like my art and want me to make something for you, don't be afraid to commission me on Ko-Fi, where all the funds go straight to my tuition. You'd be helping me out a lot with that. I really only have one true restriction on my commissions, no NSFW, because I have no way of confirming your legal age, and I also don't draw that kind of stuff unless it's comparable to the birth of Venus. We can also discuss this further on my Ko-Fi about it if you'd want to, so go and check it out. And finally, that is all I have for you today. Thank you all so much for watching, check out my other videos, and I will see you in the next one.